Weller? I barely even knew her. Wow, that was bad. That was bad. Peeps, another rare whiskey by Buffalo Trace. Who else but Buffalo Trace?
Who else but Quagmire? He's Quagmire.
They say that this is the next best thing behind Pappy Van Winkle because it is coming from their wheated Kentucky straight bourbon mash. So they swap out the wheat for the rye. Sitting at 45%. This one is also around $25 to $30. So yep, another cheaper. This one's named after William LARUE Weller. He was a distiller, and they say he was one of the first, if not the first, to use wheat as the secondary grain behind corn. He was also the person that hired Julian Van Winkle. That might sound familiar. Yep, that Pappy Van Winkle. It's got the notes that you would expect from a bourbon. Your caramel, vanilla. This one's actually pretty heavy on the honey. Light oak, very citrusy, very light and refreshing. On the palate, first sip of the day, acclimate my palate. Everything really comes through nicely on the palate. It doesn't really have a lot of spice to it, but at the end I did get a decent amount of spice. That could have been from the oak, because it did dry out my tongue at the end, so a little bit more tanniny. It's like being caressed by a sweet, cuddly cloud. And then he jokes for a quick second. He's like, oh, no, he was just kidding. He's actually a sweet cloud. That's the experience that I get off of this one. With water. I left Mr. Jack Skellington out of the video. With water. A little swirly swirl. The nose is very similar. I'm picking up maybe a stronger honey. And maybe a stronger vanilla. It kind of muted the beginning experience just a little bit. The ending spice that I got from the second sip that I got without water, it stopped that spice from ever happening. My mouth is not dry. So if you want it to be a little less extreme, if you can even say that about Weller Special Reserve, you could add a couple drops of water. It wouldn't hurt. This is a very solid wheated Kentucky straight bourbon. Very solid. If it was more available, 10 out of 10 on the value. But since it's so hard to find, $5 out of 10. Because I would give this overall restaurant style chicken wings. It's not super complicated and it doesn't blow me away with anything. It's a solid bourbon. Wheated bourbon at that. Very solid. Highly recommend it. May the roof above us never fall in and we friends beneath never fall out. Salute.